On the first Tuesday of every month, several hundred people gather outside the Gwinnett County Courthouse here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, toting binders full of information and carrying millions of dollars in cashier's checks. Why are they all here? Because it's auction day in Georgia.
86,000 going once.
87.
87,000 going once.
For decades, Georgia has held property auctions outside county courthouses.
Hear ye.
The housing crash that began in 2007, however, made those auctions into a whole different ballgame. For as little as $50,000, small-time investors can buy a foreclosed home at an auction, fix it up, and sell it for a big profit.
124 sold to the gentleman in the line.
But lately, these small-time investors have been getting some big league competition. Some private equity firms have set up shop here in Gwinnett County and are even sending senior managers to the auctions to learn how the business works. The reason? The promise of big-time yields. Persistent low interest rates have meant that the high-risk, high-reward investments that many funds seek are nowhere to be found. Nowhere except in residential real estate. For some big shots, that means finding themselves in an unusual situation, bidding on houses one at a time, in person, at auctions. Paul Furman represents Colony Capital, a Los Angeles-based investment firm that has raised over $600 million to invest in single-family rental properties.
We were here bidding on many of the homes after spending the better part of the last week or two underwriting each home and visiting each home and coming up with our maximum bid price for each home. So we had a pretty successful day. The numbers are still coming in, but this is it. This is grassroots home buying.
For smaller investors, the arrival of private equity funds has been a headache. Large institutional investors are able to pay higher prices for properties and can buy hundreds of them at a time, making the marketplace far more competitive.
They're purchasing properties for retail value. They don't care to get the lowest price on it. They're going to bid it up to wherever. They just want the properties. They want them. They're going to renovate them and rent them, and then they're holding them for maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years, and then I guess they're going to turn them over and sell them then. And they are buying everything.
After the auctions, things get even more interesting. Sometimes investors buy single-family houses sight unseen. Many of the houses they buy are in relatively good shape, like this one. Others, like this home in Lilburn, Georgia, are not in such good shape. Colony plans to spend about $25,000 to renovate this house, which has an overgrown backyard pool, decaying floors, stained carpets, and a missing refrigerator.
It's not sort of a vanity business, but it's blocking and tackling every day. It's rolling up our sleeves, and it's a business that requires scale. Now we've committed to do that.
For now, though, some of Wall Street's most savvy investors are still learning the ropes of the process, right where the rubber meets the road, on the courthouse steps here in suburban Atlanta. For the Wall Street Journal in New York, I'm Robbie Whelan.